welcome to Broken Paddle Podcast. I'm Curtis.
Yeah.
It didn't play.
Hey, Tro, this is Curtis, baby.
Nah, no Curtis, man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jason Norris.
Will you just stare that big sucker right back in the eye and you...
Oh, I should have said Jack Burton, man.
Damn!
I'm Jack Burton.
Yes, sir, the check is...
We need to redo this.
I don't want to scare anyone,
Fucking Jack
but
Burton,
I'm going to
baby.
give it to you straight about Jason. And if you listen to the old timers in town, they'll tell you he's still out there. Some sort of demented creature surviving in the wilderness. Full grown by now.
Shane Irwin.
Wow! Now, you never told me you were a flying squirrel.
Demonstrate
Oh, that's
several
cool.
techniques from my super extreme death metal fighting system.
Go ahead.
My name's Gator. Gator?
People will say, hey, Gator don't play no shit. You feel me?
Oh, that was
It's
fucking
never been
set
about
up.
that. Never been about playing
That
no
was
shit.
fucking set up.
Yeah, it was.
And the mighty Dirtbag. Woo!
You people are D-Squad. D for dirtbags. Get real, Kevin, because when you feel like a dirtbag, it's because you're a dirtbag, right? So just own it. Just say it out loud. I am a dirtbag.
Yeah.
He is
All right.
a dirtbag.
So,
But he's our dirtbag.
I believe we're going to talk about the Caddo River. Because we just got off of our school's outfloat, which some of us went and left, and some of us didn't show up at all.
Yep.
But none of us here has ever floated that river before, so it's a learning experience for all of us.
Yeah.
We went up there. I talked to, I believe his name was Michael with Arrowhead Campground. We were supposed to go and stay there, and we were tent camping. There was 14 in our group. There was supposed to have been, I think, 17 or a little bit more, but people backed out. And they said, hey, we'll accommodate everybody because it was a massive storm. Memorial weekend, everybody's going to be crowded everywhere. And we were supposed to be on the Buffalo. It was like 99% chance of severe thunderstorms all weekend. So I decided to call an audible and go far south. And I was afraid everybody else was too. So I was worried about getting a camp spot. And it was so unusual and different how they run everything that way than what we're used to.
Really?
Yeah, it's really modeled after what they do at Spring River. You don't get a campsite. You pay per person. Or what Arrowhead does, they charge you per tent. It's $28 per tent. And we had a bunch of tents. Well, hey, that'd be fine. That's cool. I tried to get a hold of Lucky's before we left. Their website was down. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know anything about that. And then there's Caddo River campground and canoe, and that's like the main one. When you go into Glenwood, there's a McDonald's there, and then you see a campground with boats and people everywhere. That's Caddo River and canoe and campground, whatever. And I did talk to them, and it's wild. It's like the Wild West that down there because, like on their website, it said they charge $40 per site plus $10 a head.
That's too
That's
much.
insane.
That's too much.
And I called and I was like, well, because it had another set of prices. If you rent boats from them, it's chopped to very manageable. It was like you just pay maybe like $5 a person or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people we know all have their own stuff.
Right.
My guess is that they would probably offset that savings with the price of renting their equipment. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't go. Yeah.
Well, that's why we didn't go there. But as I talked to him, she's like, well, because it said $40 minimum or minimum. And I said, well, does that mean if there's 5 of us, would that be $50 per night or would that be $90 per night? She's like, I really don't know. You just have to come up here and then we'll just kind of figure it out when you get here.
Get the fuck out of here.
But that's the way all of them were. I mean, every one of them, when we got to Arrowhead.
Sorry, bro. I just spit all over. My bad, man. My bad.
When we got to Arrowhead, it was the same.
Sorry.
It was the same thing. Like the guy, I'm probably saying his name wrong. I think it was Michael, and I was supposed to meet up with him and another guy named Gary and interview him. And Gary was a no-show. We got there. They had a bunch of cabins everywhere. It was a pretty cool little campground. He said we've got 22 acres. We've never turned anybody away. Okay, and we get there, and that place is not made for tents.
Rocks.
Whatsoever. It's hills and rocks. Hills of rocks. And, it says, hey, some sites have electricity, some don't, but if you get one with electricity, share it with your neighbors. I saw one junction box that was supposed to be a stake in the ground. It had been ran over. And just bare wires laying there. And I was like, well, surely that's not it. But
Bro, I hope it ain't like that this weekend, man.
Well, we're not going down there.
But no, I'm saying, I got to have electricity, man.
All the pictures.
Yes, I do, bro. I got sleep apnea. Come on, man. I'll die, bro.
The same thing with the Kings up there. At that campground, River Dreams is where we're staying. It doesn't say, but it shows.
What do you mean it don't say?
It's got a picture and there's lights on in there. But
I thought you told me yes, it's got plug in it. You's like it's got electricity, bro.
You've seen a picture. You've seen a video. There's light on in there.
Well, so look, I love y'all, but if I get up there and I can't plug in my CPAP, I'm going to a motel room.
We're gonna bring
and I probably ain't gonna come down there and see y'all none.
You a hobbyist.
Y'all can come see. I don't give a fuck.
You ain't no survivor.
Yeah. You get sleep apnea.
Hey, Curtis, we're gonna bring a deep cell battery.
That's fine.
It's not Trailmaster, but that battery pack thing, that thing worked amazing.
Do y'all have it hooked up where if worst case scenario?
I'll bring it. Yeah. I'll bring it. It'll work.
Can I plug a CPAP?
Yes,
you
can.
I'm good.
It's got 2 AC plugs on it, and that sucker lasts.
I think
he had that booger plugged in the whole.
I think the CPAP is the Chinaman plug.
The what?
What?
The Chinaman plug. What? You know the squinty eyes.
Yeah.
The squinty eye plug. You probably go out there.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm just playing it, man. Hell, we ain't a trade war with China. Who don't matter? Come on, man. Just a little fun.
Anyway, rocks and hills of rocks.
It's not the Chinaman plug.
No.
It's not. It's a regular plug.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
God.
My bad, brother.
So yeah, it's hills and rocks, lots of cabins, and it looked like where the office was locked, wasn't nobody in there, but there was like a restaurant on the back side of the office. It had the wall come up about waist high, and then it was a screen that went all the way around the building, about yay tall, and then it was like a 2-story building, and it was, you could see right through the screen. There was couches and chairs and tables and a big kitchen, and somebody was in there cooking, and it was bunch of people in there hanging out, and I was like, man, this is awesome. There's a restaurant right here. This is cool. It looked to me like that campground, Arrowhead, looked like early 90s, late 80s summer camp movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like Meatballs or one of those movies. It's what it looked like, the old cabins and stuff. We were gonna try.
This is where y'all stayed, right?
No, we ended up not staying there because we were gonna set up a spot.
That's right. Y'all had tents and.
Yeah, he said he was trying to get us to set up by this pavilion. Then he was gonna charge us for this pavilion. We brought our own pavilion, and then he was gonna set us up by this glamping A-frame thing. That it was really neat. It was this really small little A-frame shed. One side opened up, and it was basically a porch. And it was cool. And he's like, it's not finished. It leaks. So, you can just stay right here because nobody's going to be over here. It's like, okay. And then he had to leave. And my son's like, oh, check this out. Look what I found. And he thought it was like a cool rock or something because that guy said that's a big thing around there. Also, other than canoeing, was rock hunting, like crystals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
like
he picked up this
and stuff.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, check this out. And he picked up a broken beer bottle. And there was like busted pieces of canoes and stuff laying everywhere. Like it was like behind Durst. You know what I'm saying? It was just there's a lot of stuff around. But the guy was super nice, and definitely would stay there in a cabin 100%. And they had some RV sites. I couldn't tell if there was 6 or 8 of them. And if we could have set tents up over there, that would have been fine. I don't know if he would let us or not because he had to take off. We couldn't really talk to the guy.
Whenever I looked at it and left on Sunday, they were slammed with RVs. There's RV.
Was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be great for RV camping or, like you said, getting a cabin.
Yeah.
But I mean, as rocky as that place was, I was like, no, there ain't no tents.
No, I definitely wouldn't put a tent there. I went before that guy showed up and come to talk to me, found me or whatever. I was walking around looking for him. I went into the restaurant. Well, maybe he's in there in that restaurant. So I walked in there and everybody just is also just like a movie whenever Pee Wee Herman walks into a bar and everybody turns and looks at you.
No, that's man, get out of here with that fucking Pee Wee shit.
Well, that's what it was like. Everybody just turned and looked at me with like a, what the fuck are you doing here? Look. And I was like, I'm looking for Michael. And they were like, he ain't in here, man. And I said, well, okay. And then as I was looking around, like, that's a couch and a TV. And it looks more like a family. I said, is this a cabin? I said, this is the bunkhouse, man. This is our bunkhouse. You're in our bunkhouse. Shit, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. I thought this was a restaurant, brother. We hauled butt out of there. And there was another camp, that Lucky's campground. Like I said, their site was down, so we couldn't really talk to them or anything or find out anything. We just drove over there. It was like, well, let's just go see what it looks like over there. And we went over there, and it was a nice campground. It was way more spacious. And so we was like, well, let's just call and see if we can stay here. And they were like, look, we're all booked up. Did you reserve something? I said, no. They said, well, we really only do reservations. And that site, that campground, they own 2 campgrounds. And the campground that we were at was their secondary one. And they had that thing blacked out. The dates blacked out that weekend for an event that they were holding for their family and the people that worked at the canoe rental place. Yeah. They was having a big party there that weekend. And she's like, look, I'll tell some people to move off this site if you want to stay there. So that's what they did. They were super nice, and so they let us stay on encroach on their party, and it was a really cool campground.
I'll say this: that Lucky's was really convenient in that their 2 campsites were like the place that you put in and the place that you take out. So
it's owned by them.
Yeah, Lucky's and Lucky's. So
I do like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
And that $10 a head that they charge, they don't charge for kids, but that $10 a head they charge, they shuttle you. It's included.
Oh, that ain't bad.
They're like, you just. They said all you need to do if you got your own boats, just put it in right there. Just try not to park over there. Put in, and then we have a giant yellow sign that says Lucky's. Get out there. We'll take you back.
They were super accommodating for me whenever I showed up too, because I showed up the next day after y'all had already booked, and I showed up and said, "Yeah, I'm with the Fitzpatrick group," and they said, "Okay, one night, 2 adults, it's $20." Dang, $20. Okay, cool. And I said, "I got 2 kids." They're like, "Okay, $20." You're not gonna ask me how much the kids are, how old the kids are? Okay.
I think it's 12 and under is free.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And then I had asked them about the life jackets because, being me and the scatterbrain that I am, I ran off and left my damn life jackets. They're like, "Oh, well, if y'all are if y'all are floating with us and y'all are camping with us, just take a couple of them and then leave them on the bank when you get out because it's their campsite." They just said leave it on the gravel bar and they'll pick them up when you get out. I was like, dang. Really? Okay, cool. I didn't leave it on the gravel bar. I took it up to their office, but still, they're super accommodating. They were great.
They had some cool T-shirts in there too.
Yeah.
We all got a T-shirt.
12 and under get in free.
Yep. And they
What if you are mentally challenged and you're not?
Are you older than 12?
Not mentally.
You're older than 12.
No.
I mean, that's something I would ask them. I don't know. But
we can pretend.
You don't look a day.
We can pretend, bro.
Yeah. You can't pretend.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Come on, bro. I said mentally.
Yeah. Well, Downy Santa Claus. Down syndrome Santa.
I'm down if you're down.
Yeah.
So I got to be the mentally challenged.
As hey, you're the one brought it up, man. But like he was saying, oh, his scatterbrain and this and that, and y'all was talking trash about me, talking about
talk trash about everybody.
About me. All these people who plan. I'm the guy who plans everything all the time.
Come on.
Shane rolls
man.
up. He doesn't have life jackets.
Come on.
He's got to wear his wife's shoes. He's got 2 parts of different cots that don't go together. He's got one small tent that he's fitting an entire family. They're like piled. He ended up sleeping in his truck because he did not plan.
Everything worked out. It went fine. Oh, and I forgot my seat for my kayak too.
That's right. Yeah.
But you know what? No, all of that was really minor. None of that really affected the trip, aside from sleeping in the truck. That sucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The seat.
So how
the
was
no seat thing would not have been good.
Well, they had an inflatable seat. That,
I planned. I prepared.
they had one of those inflatables for their big inflatable raft. Well, the one boy was big enough for the raft by himself, and so there was an extra seat. So Jessica got to have that seat, and we tied it string up and made it work for her.
Yeah.
So how was the float?
The float was awesome. Now it says beginners and this and that, and beginners. It's kind of. I wouldn't take anybody on their first time down the Caddo.
I'll qualify that with beginners if you're going on an inflatable raft. If you're on a raft, yeah, you could do that.
It's too narrow for really though.
But with the inner tubes, what I mean by inner tubes.
Yeah.
If you're going down on the inner tubes, it's great for a beginner. That's an awesome trip. But beginner kayakers, especially kids, like my kids who are 8, 9, no.
No, nothing for little kids or people that's never been in a kayak before. So we had. Was that both your kids' first time in their own boat by themselves?
Yep.
Okay, and then so that's 2, and then we had Faith. That was her first time. James his first time, and Devlin his first time. And
wasn't he the first one in the water?
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes in, he's already fell. I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, and Kylan, he's floated him, by himself since he was 6.
Yeah.
But he tipped over, I think 3 times maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it just fast or?
It's not real fast. It does move real nice. It moves better than the Buffalo.
Really?
But it's got a little piece of Spring River to it. It's got these little drops, and it's got places where it just comes down to a very narrow chute, maybe, just as wide as your kayak, and it's real low. And it said it was like 5.5 foot or something. I don't know where, because most everywhere was like knee deep.
I made that comment a couple of times. It's like, I don't know where they got 5.5 feet from, because there's nowhere on this river that's 5.5 feet
They
deep.
probably started measuring from the tank.
But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of places where you had to get out and drag your boat.
Yeah.
5.5 feet is low.
Yeah. But it was a fun float. It was a fun float, though. I cannot wait to go back.
Oh yeah, for adults with no kids, that'd be awesome float.
Mm-hmm. Or just experienced kids, but definitely not.
I think Kylan's issue with going, he had a new boat and it's a big boat, and then just learning how to be on that boat on those kind of little
rapids, little shoals and things.
Dips and
there was big rocks sticking up and out here and there and all over the place, and that was the problem, because there was like a nice little drop. I mean, it may be a foot drop, 1.5 foot drop. No big deal, and you can see kind of where.
What was the water level when y'all went?
Like 5.5 foot.
Yeah. So I bet at 3 foot it'd be fucking
3 foot. You're not floating.
You just shallow?
You'd be it's way too shallow.
It was almost too shallow at 5.5. That's what I was saying. At 5.5, at 5.5 feet,
was the water quality good?
Yeah, crystal clear,
just like Buffalo.
Yeah,
I think that's the Wichita River comes out of Oklahoma, don't it?
I thought it comes out of. Does it come
Well,
out
I know
of the
there's a
lake
Wichita River in Oklahoma.
I don't know.
I don't know. You got me.
I'm pretty sure there is.
I don't know where it comes. It goes into the lake though, doesn't it? Or does it come out of the lake?
I think it comes out of the lake, and
the Wichita River has to run into Lake Wichita at some point. Dirtbag.
No, that's right.
Dirtbag.
It goes into Lake whatever.
You
down
know
in Hot
everything about
Springs.
everything. Does the Wichita River start in Oklahoma?
I'm not too sure about that one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it does, but I don't know either.
Well,
we have to look into that in episode 4.
I got a question though. Where'd you get that tattoo, man?
This?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I know you don't tell nobody. You like dirtbag. Y'all like to just sneak around right before we all go somewhere and everybody get tattoos.
No. I brought it up to you several times last week. I said we're taking Shane to get his
last week.
Last week.
Man, I ain't seen you in a month, bro.
We have telephones. You know what I mean? And you said, I said we're gonna go up there and we might record an episode from the tattoo shop.
What is
Shane
that?
wants you there because he tattooed everybody, and it would be cool if all of us was there when he got his. And you said, "Oh man, I worked crazy hours. I'm not gonna be able to go."
I wish I got invited.
You did. You said I got a birthday party I have to go to.
What is
Dirtbag
it?
just
Is it a
said
coat of arms?
no.
Is it a coat of arms?
Yeah, it's my family crest.
The Rebel X.
No. No.
Racist.
No.
Keith said no.
Dude, no.
That'll be a big edit.
But we did. I did do what I said I was going to do. We set up the big canopy.
Yep.
Hooked up that battery pack. Hooked up that projector. We sat around campfire till it got good and dark. Friday night, the night before he was going to float. Like I said, it was 5 people who had never been in a kayak before, never done anything like that. And some of these people had never even camped. I put on Deliverance.
How'd y'all get through the Ned Beatty scene with
Oh man, everybody was so exhausted. Like it was everybody was sitting around this thing, and I kind of was keeping an eye, kind of watching. And the mood in the room was bad. And as it kept getting closer, I was like, I started sweating. Like, oh man, God, this is not
real, bro. Ned
Beatty. Yeah, I was like, this is not going to work. This is nothing like I thought it was going to be. I was thinking just kind of shock and awe, but everybody's already like just sitting there watching it like that.
And my Bible app went off. My bad.
Oh.
Got a Bible app, man.
You need to pay more attention to it.
More than y'all, heathens.
Once they were
heretics.
I knew we was getting close to that scene when they was pulling off the river. I leaned forward and I was looking around at everybody and I was like, fuck, man, this is not going to go well. Everybody's going to get pissed at me. It's not even going to be like, oh my God, I'm scared. Or, everybody's just going to be mad at me. Yeah, and I looked again. Oh. And the third time I looked, Laura's like, what are you doing? Why do you keep looking at everybody? I was like, well.
Has she ever seen it?
No.
Oh,
the only person, it was me and my youngest son, Colin, is the only 2 people that had seen it. And I was like, a really fucked up scene's coming up. And she was like, oh God. And then I just happened to see like a little ding, like just a little sparkle behind her. And I kind of looked and it was Colin and he was grinning ear to ear, doing the same thing, looking around, watching everybody, looking over at me. He's like, it's coming, it's coming, Dad.
I bet Ned Beatty didn't like it.
I said, no, he did not. Ned did not have a good time.
Poor
no.
old Ned.
Yeah, then that happened, and I was like, well, if you're really squeamish, you might want to cover your ears and your eyes, But it didn't bother anybody. And then when it was over, I said, man, I hope y'all feeling strong because it's what we're in for tomorrow. We got some big rapids, and we're going to fight off some hillbillies, and, hope nobody gets raped. And, yeah, they didn't think it was very funny either.
No. Tell you, Burt Reynolds was he was badass, man. He ain't Kurt Russell, but damn, man.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was badass.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's still badass.
You're talking about Jack Burton himself, man.
Yeah, what's
Snake Plissken?
What's Bone Tomahawk?
Oh, yeah.
Kurt Russell badass, bro.
I don't know Bone Tomahawk.
You've not seen Bone? Oh, my God.
It's on Netflix, man.
It's a great movie.
It's a whole movie?
It's like a Western horror.
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts off really kooky and
The
weird,
dude
like
from The
a
Conjuring's in it.
Yeah, it starts off like a Quentin Tarantino movie because it's kind of like serious, but also throwing in some kind of goofy jokes that are like really like strangely placed, and then about middle of the movie, it just turns you like, what the fuck?
Got one of the most brutal death scenes I've seen.
Yeah.
Is it a new movie?
No, it's like 2015.
Okay.
It ranks up there with. There's one kill in it that's right up there with the Terrifier.
And it comes out of nowhere. You are not prepared. It just boom. Oh, what? Jesus Christ!
I think my favorite scene in the movie is Kurt Russell's doing something. He's getting a drink, and this bitch has pissed him off. And I think it's a girl. And anyway, he turns around and he says, "You say that again, and I'll slap you red." I just thought, but coming from Kurt Russell, I just thought, man, that's badass. I'll slap you red.
I like that one scene where the guy's like, "I'm the most intelligent person in this entire group. I should be the leader." Well, why are you the most intelligent? What makes you the leader? Well, I'm the most intelligent because he's been married, and then he's been married, and I've never been married, and that makes me more intelligent. And then the guy goes, okay.
Oh, I forgot about the old man. Yeah, I like the old man.
What'd you think about the campground and all that? What little time you stayed there, Dirk?
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Awesome.
Cool.
Dirtbag, everybody! Yay!
So you didn't float?
No, I didn't float.
Okay.
No, it started raining. He said, "Nah, I'm out."
He said, nope. I've been
Dirtbag gonna melt, man.
I've been here too many times
That
in this
sweet son of a
situation.
bitch
I'm
will
not doing this. I'm out. I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah, I mean, the campground was nice. It even had a shower and a bathroom that you could use. That was nice, having plumbing while you're primitive camping.
Yeah.
You know, that's that. You don't know how much you value that until you don't have it.
Yeah.
We may not have shit this weekend because the guy that plans and plans and thinks and doesn't even know if we got electricity.
If the information's not out there, I mean,
it's got one bed in it. Y'all boys know that shit?
Yeah.
He got a yurt with one fucking bed. Sleep six people.
One bed.
And I don't go to bed.
Snuggle, boys.
I don't go to bed till daylight. And y'all go to bed at what time? 9? 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be pissed off.
You're gonna be the Sasquatch on the outside of the tent. Just going,
and Dirtbag, and I thought about it. I know where to find you. Naked down by the river. I already know, bro.
Yeah. But the water is right there out by the yurt. I looked and looked on their website. It has no information about the yurt. It just says we can accommodate anybody, as many people as in your group. Okay. But I swear it said it slept 6 in there.
Theoretically, my tent slept 4.
But I found the yurt on, I think, Airbnb. It was listed on Airbnb.
It does look nice.
And it had more information on Airbnb than it does the campground's website. It says it's got a couple cots with it. But I mean, I'm gonna bring a tent and a cot anyway.
I hope you do.
I'm going to. I'm bringing
Thought
a
I
tent
got
and a cot.
plans for that tent.
How deep is that river?
Don't mess with my
Where
Yeah, we
we're at,
do.
You know?
I don't know. We don't know
Big
shit about
plans.
that river.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. You get out. I mean, I don't know. Maybe take one of those cots that sit about 3 or 4 feet above the ground and go stick it right in the middle of the river. Sleep in the river.
I can see Dirk doing that with just some reed in his mouth. Get looking for him, be like, damn, there's an odd piece of reed out there.
Yeah.
Dirtbag sleep underwater.
It's got a cigar stuck in the side of it. The only way you can tell it's him is that cherry light up every once in a while.
Trying to get away from the shenanigans.
Yeah.
That is going to ensue.
So, yeah, what is the plan for next weekend? Next weekend is our May floats, our annual float. We started doing this broken paddle thing. Every year we do the guys only trip or whatever, but we call it the May float. This year it's in June. I know we're going to be at Kings River. We're going to be at River. What is it?
Trigger's Gap.
Trigger Gap. What's the name of the campground? I just said it a minute ago.
I think
River Dream, and we're going to be in a yurt. But I think, I don't know if we put in somewhere else and float to the yurt, or that's where we put in and then go somewhere. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there, I guess.
Yeah. I thought you had this all planned out.
what a plan, man.
Man, I tried. There's nothing. I tried.
Just fucking
Shit,
digging
I
it
can't
all
do
right.
everything, man.
Fucking
Y'all got to
man.
do something.
Don't know jack shit about where we're going. None of us do.
No, we don't know nothing. There's no information out there. That's why we're doing this. So when we come back, we go, okay, so now we know, because I try to watch videos. That campground, it's got aerial videos that somebody's with a drone, and it flies over the campground, but it doesn't show it enough where you can see where anything is. I don't know if we're going to have some other people's tent up against our yurt.
I feel sorry
I sure,
for them.
I sure hope not.
Oh, no.
Because it doesn't. It don't look
They're
like
gonna be
it.
in for a
But
rude ass awakening.
I'll say this: whenever I saw that aerial thing that he's talking about, it does look a little bit more compact than I was expecting. There is a building within walking distance of us, and I don't know what that building is. I'm hoping that that's the shitter.
It's probably game warden,
Yeah.
capital of the fucking
I
world.
don't know. Yeah. Well,
If it is, I'm getting a ticket.
you know that's something about the Caddo. They told us that the game wardens or the not game wardens, but the park rangers and stuff really search everybody's stuff. That they'll come climbing out of the trees, out of the woods, and we didn't see any. We only saw one other group of people there.
Hey man, you start climbing out of trees, you on some bullshit. If you gotta climb in some damn trees and harass a fucking kayaker, you on that bullshit. That's all I'm like. That kind of pisses me off.
I know. That's what we dealt with on the Buffalo.
Trees, man, and searching your shit.
I said, well, I meant from behind the trees, not up in the trees. But yeah, I like.
Pisses me off.
Remember Ken from the Buffalo back in the day? That's what that dude would do. He'd just come out of the woods out of nowhere.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was. He was awful. That dude was bad. But we didn't see anybody. We only saw one other group of kayakers, but we didn't put it on the river until 3 in the afternoon.
Well, I saw a group of kayakers, which what blew me away is that in the middle of the damn thunderstorm, pissing and pouring, I walked down to the river, and there is 30 people going down the river. What the fuck? What? Like, I guess it's Memorial Day. They're bound and determined to get down that river.
Yeah.
But, at 3 in the afternoon when the skies finally opened up, there was nobody.
I wish they fucking would search my shit and find nothing and waste my fucking time.
You ain't had that happen yet?
Every time. That's bullshit.
You just want it to keep happening?
No, I'm just saying. That's
they search me all
bro.
the time. I mean, have you been down where they lined up along, like, all the way, like this far apart?
Are you fucking serious?
You've never seen that? I've had it happen to me at Long Pool. I've had it happen to me at Spring River. I've had it happen to me at Buffalo.
Well, they just line you up and check.
They'll have a line of park rangers, game wardens, whatever, going across the river, and they're doing this, and their hands are touching like that.
Well,
so you cannot go through them.
They're trying to put a fucking dam in or something.
It is. It's a dam of
what is the goal in that? What are they trying to find?
Drugs, glass, all the no-nos.
Yeah.
Drunken kids. And stuff like that.
Yeah, you float up to them, they grab your boat, and they
just look through your stuff,
and
then have a good day.
Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, then Dirk, correct me if I'm wrong. Is the water in the state of Arkansas, maybe in the United States, is that not a public waterway?
It's public, but it is government, so they do what they want to.
Yeah, good luck fighting that sovereign.
I mean, it's still.
I know the Buffalo's government.
Like they're not gonna mess with you if you're just a little bit inebriated or whatever, and you're.
I know. I just think it's.
But if you pull up and you got a 12-year-old kid with you that's puking because they're drunk, you know what I mean? Or
he should have.
You got a bottle of glass bottle of vodka rolling around in your boat.
That 12-year-old should have built a tolerance to alcohol up.
They're gonna get your ass. I've seen them.
Ate some eggs or something.
I've seen them arrest at Spring River. I've seen them fighting and arresting people. Because they, have. I don't know. I think it was kids or something that was, some young teenagers that was drunk or something, and they was screaming and fighting and pulling off the river. You was there that time.
Yeah, I've seen them multiple times at Spring River. They'll sit up on the train tracks and they'll just watch. Like, you can't really see them unless you're looking for them. But they just sit up on the train tracks, and whenever they see somebody doing something they don't like,
I think that's skis.
They'll scream at them, tell them to get off the river, and then they'll.
Next time we on the Buffalo, I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag of mashed potato mix and toss it in there, and you'll cool it.
Why?
Mashed potato mix, powder.
Like old powdery stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little water in it.
Yeah. Like old dirt bags of potatoes that we made for him at one time.
You get some of that fish.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. He got hurt both of them. I don't even want to mention that shit.
Well, but
you don't put him in a sour ass mood.
Yeah.
The mashed potatoes was we was wrong for that. We was wrong.
A little bit.
Yeah, I heard about it.
You shouldn't have brought a single serve cup of mashed potatoes to a potluck.
There was like 20 people there. Like, bring some food, man. Oh, I got
a single serve cup of fucking instant potato.
Man,
Well,
You're trying to get me riled up. Who does that shit?
so
And you the one that brought like 2-week-old boiled eggs
Oh.
and hot beer and handed it out to strangers on the
Yeah,
buffalo.
I did
I
that
felt
on
bad for them
purpose.
fuckers. I know they had a bad
Gray
day.
eggs.
Not all the eggs was bad. There's only some.
only some
No,
of
they're
them. Yeah.
bad.
They was all no, they was all pretty rough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have eaten any of them. I know that whoever ate that hot boiled egg and then got the hot beer, oh man,
It's the dark
that-
gray in the middle.
Yeah,
Man, that shit ain't gonna hurt you.
It's damn near blue in the middle.
No, man.
The blue was on the outside, a little bit of mold.
No.
You know, hot beer, boiled egg. You damn heretic. You want you heretic? Don't be a bitch.
Well, they
Yeah, and they took it and they ate it,
loved
went down the river.
Took
Yeah.
pictures with
I
it.
know they were shitting their brains out whenever they got
Oh, yeah.
probably on the river. I don't think they made it off the river.
Oh,
They-
no.
Hell, for all y'all know, you know, the people took it. They needed that nourishment.
Yeah.
They did not take it.
Thor, your buddy Thor.
Yeah.
Did he eat one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he did.
He's like, it's Thor. It's
Some bitch was
Thor.
gunned up like Henry Cavill, man. He was gunned up. I ain't never seen no person like
He
that.
said,
in
"Can
my
I
life,
get a
bro.
picture of you? You look like Thor. You're Thor, man. You're Thor."
It was really
Chris
Captain
Hemsworth.
America.
I forgot about that.
I thought it was Thor. You said.
Yeah, but I meant Captain America.
Oh, of course.
This
yeah.
motherfucker looked, you know, I ain't a homosexual, but he looked good, bro. He was, you know what I mean?
No.
No.
You know what I mean? Like damn, man, this dude, he was, you know, he was chiseled out, bro.
I know he thought it was
Good-looking
pretty
man.
funny. We was all
He was a
we all
good-looking dude, bro.
Yeah, and he ate some of your boiled eggs and probably took one of your hot beers. Have been rolling around in that.
Yeah, took a
kayak.
picture with
Hey,
him.
beer assistant. We get.
The dude looked, I mean, he, you know,
Keystone.
he was
I'm
stout.
there. Whatever. I mean.
So, all I know about this weekend for our May float is that we're going to be in a yurt. We're going to try to float if it's not storming really bad, and we're playing not Monopoly. What are we playing?
Oh, wait, shot collar operation.
Shot
man.
collar operation.
You're hot. You soaking.
Yeah, it's warm in here, man. Shot collar
That was
operation,
almost incest.
and we have.
I mean, that was borderline incest. You're gonna have to edit that. YouTube ain't gonna allow this. YouTube will not allow that. Y'all just got flagged. The whole fucking production is down now.
Man.
Broken paddle is collapsed.
Shadow band.
Yeah.
So what is the? We never ironed out the exact rules of what we're going to do there with the shot collar operation.
I mean, we got some different options, man. I was thinking, you know, we definitely want it to be sweaty, intense, so we can either play head to head. Something else I thought about too, like you, whoever plays, you know, and you draw a couple cards or whatever, and you got to get them bones out. But if we got two shot callers, somebody draws a number, and they also have to wear a shot collar, regardless if they're playing the game.
So that's 3 shot collars.
Well, 2. One person playing the game, and then one innocent bystander who's tied in with the guy playing the game that also has to wear the shot collar.
Oh, those are
That
some
way,
high
if-
stakes.
Yeah, that way if the guy that's here messes up, they both get shot. And he's got no control. All he can do is sit there and watch and hope that this other guy. That's pretty intense to me. That's pretty sweaty.
So you're just sitting there. And
You're
like,
sitting
"Don't
there with a
fuck up,
shot
dude."
collar, like, please don't fuck up.
Fucking dirtbag would just take the shock himself just so he can shock the
You
other
know what I
person.
mean?
Just go,
That's not a bad idea.
And then you draw 3 cards, and then hope you get the 3 easy ones, I guess.
So how do you determine who's going to run the controllers?
I think we draw for that too, because nobody wants any of us to hold the controller.
No. I don't want any of y'all to hold the controller.
You know, it is what it is.
Oh well. What,
James said he don't want to even hold the controller.
is everybody here playing?
I'm playing. Yeah, yes, we're all
You're
playing.
in?
Yes,
You're
we're
in?
all playing.
Shane,
All
you
right.
playing?
Shane, you in?
yeah.
You're in.
Okay.
All right. So we got 6. I thought I like
We
that
got 5.
idea.
James ain't playing.
He's not even playing.
No.
Yeah,
What
you're
a
right.
bitch.
It's fine. Yeah.
What a bitch.
Well, my
Now
idea.
we might can talk him into it.
Maybe.
We could just strap it on his neck while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Tighten that bitch up.
I got plenty of shit playing while y'all sleep.
My thought was we have 2 games of operation.
Yeah.
So we go head to head, and the guys that are playing wear the shot collars, and you got 2 guys that are watching operating the shot callers.
Yeah.
And we take a shot. We each take a shot of fighting cock before we start playing, and the loser takes 2 shots.
That's just horrible.
That's your favorite.
I don't care. It's whatever y'all want to do, but
Yeah.
there is a rule. You cannot touch the person playing, but anything else goes.
Yeah.
You cannot physically touch them.
Y'all ain't bringing no BB guns and no bullshit.
Anything else goes.
No, dude.
I'm not gonna bring a damn BB gun.
So I heard somebody saying something about bringing a
He's
gel
bringing
blaster.
a gel blaster.
That's
for
what
me.
he's saying. It's talking about.
Yeah, no.
But that's for me.
Yeah, that's
Y'all
for
need to get an
protection.
Orby gun.
Yeah,
That's what we're
he's
talking about.
Yeah.
He's bringing that on my account
You know
to
what?
use against me.
You ever, you know how they train guys in the military to take tear gas? They put them in a room and they just fall.
We've already got that covered.
Yeah, we got it covered.
What?
We got that
For
covered.
real?
We got everything.
You're
covered.
not bringing far.
We got
bombs.
everything.
No, we got tear
everything
gas.
You ain't got no tear
Yeah, we
gas.
Yeah, we do.
You can make that up in the kitchen.
Yeah, we got a thing of tear gas.
You make
You ain't
mustard
no tear
gas.
gas.
Inside the yurt, you just take some
Yeah,
pepper spray and just.
It's got my name attached to it.
Does it? It has everyone's name attached to it.
No, because I couldn't.
No,
get
what are you talking about?
This ain't up to you.
Like
Smack.
y'all gonna throw this something off in that yurt that it's
The
under
yurt
my
is not
name.
going to be damaged.
No.
If you're going to throw off
everything we do,
fucking some homemade bullshit tear gas,
no,
it's
nothing is homemade. This is all bought. This is Amazon.
What'd you buy?
I can't tell you that. You'll have to see this
Fuck.
weekend. But I want y'all to know that we're going to hit the shenanigans very hard this year. Probably.
They're gonna crack up.
I feel good.
You're gonna go to jail.
I feel good. Donald Trump's president. I finally feel I'm proud to be an American again. We're back to being a winner. So y'all are gonna pay for it this weekend, man. Shenanigans, like a lot of them.
A lot.
You know.
Ain't gonna be a moment without shenanigans.
No, and you know.
You sleeping? There's gonna be shenanigans.
Yeah. I mean,
you realize that's gonna go both ways.
Yes.
Yes.
I already got that planned out too. Good.
Yeah.
I already got it figured out. I just need 1 hour of good sleep.
Right.
1 hour.
Yeah. Right.
1 hour.
And it's supposed to be storming, so we're gonna be cooped up in that yurt
Well,
the whole
that's
time.
Bully for y'all. That's all I can say. Oh, y'all gonna have a bad time. Y'all gonna be pissed off. I mean, pissed, livid.
So this was my idea of the game, was that 2 people play head to head, and then whoever's not playing, they pick a player that they think is going to win, and they stand beside them. But if that player loses, and that's who they're with, they have to also take a shot with them. Like if they lose.
What are we playing?
The operation.
Yeah.
We're trying to hash like this is what we're gonna do. I like that.
Yeah.
So wait, but
it's more like a tournament.
So well, yeah, I mean that's similar to what I was doing.
Yeah.
Man, it's a combination of what you said and what I said. Yeah. It's the same thing you said, only it's 2 players. Everybody's
Right.
gonna hit it. I like that. So like I'm playing like, well, I think I'm gonna win. Dirtbag's my dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna stand beside me. But if I lose, he's got to take 2 shots.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, we can do that. And then we'll just draw teams when we get there.
I have a really low tolerance. You know what 2 shots is gonna do to me?
Oh, Lord.
After
Can you see up close?
Yeah, I can see.
Well, then you already a leg up. Don't matter.
All right, cool.
Because me and Curtis is blind as a
Yeah, the age is caught up.
Yeah.
Dirtbag, you're not allowed to wear contacts or glasses in game. To even the playing field, bro.
You can't use your hands. You got to use your teeth.
Yeah. Cayman, you're going to have to use your eyes closed, both of y'all. Eyes closed.
Yeah, that might be fair. That might be a little bit fair.
No, I'm bringing glasses, reading glasses.
Okay.
They
might get they might get fogged up.
I mean, I hate it.
Hey, we should all get gel blasters and wait.
No,
no,
we shouldn't.
wait,
No.
wait.
No, I don't like this idea already. No, we shouldn't.
No.
You may need gel blasters.
You may
Get gel blasters, and we're on the river, and
shoot at each other on the river.
No, shoot us. Kayakers going down the river.
Oh my god.
The assaults.
Hide in the bushes.
I'm planning on assaulting y'all.
Yeah, you going to jail.
I probably will, because I am assaulting y'all.
Yeah.
And it may be sexual assault.
No.
Gel blaster it is.
Cameron, you think it might be sexual assault?
It might be. Someone's gonna be upset.
Yeah.
And it won't be me.
Bring one of those slingshots with the clay beads.
Ooh, the clay beads?
You never seen them?
Uh-uh.
They're like little beads. They're made of clay. Whenever they hit, they just. It hurt like a motherfucker.
No.
Yeah, pass on all of that.
Yeah.
Strong, hard pass.
Yeah, we've been planning for weeks, months, just.
Well, you got to share with the group
every day.
No, it's just me and Cayman. We have a truce this year. Me and Cayman do.
Oh, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna do some smelling salts.
And you got any?
I can get some. We can get some and just pour them out and then in the fucking yurt and just soak that shit in.
No.
Yeah, I like them.
We do fighting cock and pre-workout.
Oh, fuck. I'm down for
I used to
whatever.
get excited about going on the May float. This does not sound like fun
This
at
year's
all.
going to be different, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I mean, every year is pretty different. I mean, you know.
There's something in the air that's going to make this one maybe a little more epic.
As long as my teeth don't go through the bottom of my fucking lip like they did where Kyle's landing that one year.
What's up?
Thank you, Cameron.
Oh, when y'all was wrestling.
Fucking need me in the mouth.
That time you dropped me on my head.
I think that was the same year.
Yeah.
They kind of run together after a while.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, last year, was that last year where you came and ripped your pants off while you was wearing them?
Yeah.
That was a couple years ago.
A couple years ago?
Yeah, 2 years.
Got a hold of your pocket.
No.
It,
Crotch.
I thought it was his pocket.
He had a little hole in his crotch. I just hooked it.
Yeah, but by the end, Jason was sideways like a rag doll. Came because the waistband would not give.
The shit hurt too, man. He fucked my leg up.
He was all
It was a good pair of jeans.
Hell yeah, shit pissed me off.
It was tough to rip off.
But y'all fucks, we got a truce this year.
Yep. He gave me a little something. Now we got a truce.
Yeah, I ain't liking all that. I don't know.
Did what I had to do, man.
You know, this is
Don't
turned
sound
into
too
another
great.
Kyle's Landing year. That year was kind of a wild.
That was wild, yeah.
Took my fucking blankets and pillows and shit and hit them.
Yeah, and he whipped out a gun.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
He was upset about them sheets.
He was upset about everybody's sheets and pillows got.
You put my fucking teeth through my lip, but don't take my sheets.
Yeah.
It wasn't loaded.
It didn't seem that way. You was hot. Give me back my damn pillows and blankets, motherfucker.
Man.
I think the statute of limitations is worn out on that.
There's a lot of stories and shit that I want to talk about on this podcast, but I have to stop and think like, could we still get in trouble for something?
Yeah, that's I think that's one of them. Yeah, for sure.
So I will tell a shitty story, and this is how shitty of a friend I am. So me and Dirtbag, we've been knowing each other since I was probably 10 years old, maybe 11. And he was first one to get a vehicle, first one to drive, taught me how to drive, all that good stuff. He's got this van, and we all called it the hippie van. We loved riding around in it. We did that for like 5 years.
Man.
Well, he had worked on it one day, and we went to the local gas station so he could go in there and get beer because he was the only one that he was buying beer at 16 because he had a full beard. And as I was sitting in the passenger seat, I noticed that there was a fire all around the engine, and I looked and I said, "Damn, this whole van is on fire." So I got out of the van, walked behind the dumpster, and watched it burn. Damn, man. Dirt comes out. Oh, you know, and him and somebody else puts it out. And then once it's put out, I get out and get back in the van. But I was not sticking
No,
back
man,
in
it's
the
on
van
fire
and
over
blew up.
Huh?
I was hiding, huh?
You got back in the van after it was on fire?
Oh, he fixed it pretty quick.
What the hell caught fire?
He replaced the fuel line with a water hose. And it didn't clamp it down good enough. It could have blew up.
Damn.
Water hose.
Yeah, but I was just sitting there watching it burn. I was like, I can't find no gas fire, man.
You wouldn't piss on us if we was on fire.
Yeah.
Literally, God.
It depends on how bad. At some point, you don't want me to piss on you. You know what I mean?
If I'm on fire,
I'd take a rock and like. You ain't trying to go out like that. You know what I mean? I gotta knock you out.
You know, you were saying, I guess it was the last episode about the jet boat race or whatever, speedboat race.
Yeah, on the fucking stupid ass up there in Lamar.
Yeah.
Small, it's a pond, bro, and they had jet boat race.
Yeah, it's Piney Bay.
Piney Bay. This
in
shit,
Knoxville.
it's as big as this room.
Well, It's bigger than this room. It's small, but
It's the same size as one jet boat.
they have a cardboard boat race coming up, like you do at Greer's Ferry.
It's almost too small for a cardboard boat race.
No, it's plenty big enough for that. But they got that coming up. That'd be cool to see. I think that's July 13th. It's on a Sunday.
We should
Yeah.
submit
If
a
y'all,
boat.
if y'all build a cardboard boat, I'll be your
We should do
spokesman.
that. We should do a cardboard kayak.
Hey,
I'll put my
you
name
ever
on
seen
it.
that
I'll put my face on it, say I done something. But
Yeah.
I know you've seen it. You ever seen that plastic cardboard? It's corrugated plastic, but it's not paper. So you could cheat and like get the plastic cardboard and it won't melt like everybody else's.
I'm sure they got some sort of.
I wonder if you can factor that shit.
I don't know.
Put some
I've
kind of
I've
thing
only
wax.
seen clips of that stuff. I never went to one. But I was trying to get events and stuff saved so I could talk about them on here, but there isn't that many, or that I could kind of find. There is Rimmel Dam Takeover on the Watchtaw is coming up.
We're going to that.
July 19th. Yeah, we'll be there to that one. Yeah, that's this guy Jake.
Who the hell's Jake?
I don't know. I've never met him. I've talked to him.
State Farm and wears khakis.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, it's got Jake. Who the fuck is Jake?
Well, I'll say his last name wrong, but he's just this dude. I just kind of he messaged me on Facebook. Like we're friends on Facebook, and he messaged me and said, "Hey, you guys doing the podcast?" And he's doing same thing that we do. He just gets groups of people together and go float this river and that river, and he's always promoting or talking about like this outfitter, this river, and stuff like that.
Right.
So, and he created an event at Rimmel Dam, Rimmel Rockport. And I said, oh, man, we'll be there. So that's a fun float, That's 5 miles.
We're going 5.
Yeah. I heard it's cleaned up. But, it's a short float. You get out. Man, it's wild because when you get off the river, you're right behind Walmart in Malvern. And there's Burger King right there. There's a McDonald's right there. And I think like a pizza shop or something, a Mexican restaurant, like within walking distance when you get off the river.
Speaking of which,
yes,
I'm fucking beat up about this, damn it, because I smelled it and I didn't go and look. But damn it, that food truck at the end of the float over there on Lucky's was a damn Cajun.
I took a picture of it.
Crawfish, seafood, Cajun,
it's good.
Cajun food truck. It smelled fucking
when you
amazing.
got off the river, there was a daggum food truck.
And I was
Damn, all rivers need to have that.
I know. I was this close to walking over there because I was like, damn, it smells good.
Well, we're gonna have a food
Damn, it
truck.
smells
Here
good.
we go. They had
What's the name of it?
hot pots, crawfish, and more. They had crawfish, shrimp, crab, and then they had all the fixings: potatoes, corn, mushroom, sausage,
Where they
boudin,
getting that crab from?
all that
Where they
stuff.
getting that crab from?
That's a good question.
We in Central Arkansas.
But it was a food truck when you got off the damn river. He was like, "What is that smell? Oh my God!" And you could see the food truck. I was like, "Man, I smell some good spices. I can't tell what that is." I never thought, it'd been crawfish.
I was pretty salty when I
Thank
seen
God
that.
we didn't do, because we had so many people with us. I had all these kids. Yeah, no, it'd cost me another couple $100 just standing there at that place. But man, that's awesome. We go back, we're hitting that place up.
Oh, yeah.
Hard. Yeah. Get off the river and get a big thing of crawfish. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Crawfish, crab legs.
Dick on throbbing. I'm thinking about it. Dick throbbing.
Is it? That's a good question though. Where them damn crab legs come from? Could be caught like that one dude. down
Was
the
it
road.
crabs or crab legs?
Well,
I
surely crab legs. But even still, he may be one of them folks that make a trip down to Mississippi every weekend.
it just says crab,
Probably crab legs. That'd be my guess.
probably.
How much is it?
It ain't cheap.
For what it just says, by the pound, $9 a pound of crawfish, a pound of shrimps, $20. Crab, pound of that's $23. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty stout, but
Oh, it smelled amazing.
Yeah. Nothing smelled better than that coming off of that river. You're like,
Oh. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
So is the Kings, the part we're floating, is that the class 3 or is that the class 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? You don't even know.
No, I don't know shit about Kings, man.
Planned it out.
I ain't never been there.
I think it
Thought
said
you had this shit planned.
No.
I think it said the lower is class 1 and the upper is a class 3.
Well,
but I know it flows north.
I'm gonna say we're in the
so-
middle.
Okay.
Well,
So
the
I think
Caddo
it's-
was supposed to be like the Buffalo, and it was not.
it had definitely had elements of the Buffalo, but also Spring River.
Yeah.
It's a perfect right in between the two.
Yeah, but I got to drink this big ass Lils. Some bitch barking.
All right. So yeah.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Okay.
Thought we had a truce, man. Get off my shit,
Not
man.
Friday, man. It ain't Friday yet.
Damn, I'm damn